As I stare at this election map, ooh, and it just updated again. Alls I can think going forward is Donald Trump is going to lose. No! Okay, probably not really. You know that they're trying to make that happen, but I got to be real with you. There's some questions about Wisconsin. Apparently, there's some reports going around that in Wisconsin, there are more votes than registered voters, so there may be a recount. Michigan is currently leaning Biden, which is hilarious. And that leaves Georgia, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania with 214 votes if Trump wins. PA, NC, and GA. That still only gets him to what? 16 and 15 is 31, and 20 is 41. Puts him shy. Brings him up to what? 265. He would have to win. Nevada or Michigan along with those three to actually come away with the W. And that is looking less and less likely unless they contest it. And here's where we get into the fun part. Here's where we go to the fun part of this. Election results, undecided, campaign calls for recounting. People have the right to free speech but not hate speech, so on and so forth. Wisconsin called for Biden. What is this? Updated. Electioneering. The greatest thing about this is though Chris Hayes has been on it today. All of this reporting. And if we go to Trump, do I got Trump on here? Trump, TRUMP. If we go to Trump, we see they're working hard to make up the 500,000 vote advantage in Pennsylvania disappear. And what do we have here? View. Nope, it won't let me see it. Wow, it looks like Michigan has now found the ballots necessary to keep a wonderful young man, John James, out of the Senate. What a terrible thing to happen. What is this all about? Matt Walsh. This is reason enough to go to court. No honest person can look at this and say it's normal and not concerning. Going from like 130,000 votes from one update to the other, and it jumps Biden up by from 1,992,000 to 2.130 million. Basically, 130,000 votes directly to Joe Biden in Michigan. There's questions. There's questions being raised. There is. And we're probably looking at a contested election, if not in the House, to be decided in the House, definitely going to be decided in the Supreme Court. Questions will be raised. Investigations will be held. We're going into the time of troubles, ladies and gentlemen. The turbulent times. Whew. It's pretty bad. It really is. Donald Trump seriously needs all three of these states in either Nevada or Michigan to win. And that's the long and short of this. Regardless of whatever else happens, if he doesn't win 4 out of these 5 remaining contested areas, he's not going to win no matter what. On the other hand, if they contest it and they find out that things are kind of are we looking at a second election? Redoing the entire presidential election? It's a good question, right? What are we looking at having happen? In Pennsylvania, the counting is being contested because they're accepting ballots that come in regardless of their postmark date all the way up until after, what is it? It's like Friday they'll accept them. So they're going to be counting until at least Friday. Donald Trump has raised questions about that, and I can't disagree. Election day was yesterday. At bare minimum, the voting should have been cut off by midnight. But what do we do? What do we do? What do we say to this? It's got to go to the Supreme Court, and they got to make a decision. But if they make a decision and Pennsylvania hasn't put those ballots aside, the same thing for any other state that doesn't have a clear winner either way. They haven't put those ballots aside. They counted those ballots after midnight, and they've been decided as of today, for instance. What do we say to them? Do we tell them, hey, your votes just don't count? They didn't get there in time? Do we say, hey, Wisconsin, you had 200,000 votes that don't count, and that's going to swing the election one way or the other? That's going to swing at least your state one way or the other. It's definitely a tough situation. It really is. What do we do? I don't know. I think the key thing we do, especially as Republicans, as right-wing people, is we take a deep breath and go, okay, well, we can challenge this if there's impropriety. We know that something shady is going on, but is it within the bounds set up? And honestly, we can't do, if we lose this election, we can't do what the left has done. If Joe Biden becomes president, here's what I suggest to everyone. Joe Biden will be piloting the plane. And I said the same thing about Donald Trump. But Joe Biden will be the pilot of the plane. And regardless of how you feel about the pilot, hate him, hate what he's doing, you want him to do a good job. You want him to land the plane without crashing and burning. So, should Joe Biden win at the end of whatever contestation is made, at the end of this entire thing, should Joe Biden win, will there be problems in the U.S.? Yes, he's going to embolden the far left. He's going to embolden BLM and Antifa, and it's going to create a major issue. But we want him to do a good job. We want him to project strength. We want him to take care of the United States and all of its people. And everybody wants some of that Badacalf care. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, we'll go get us, if Joe Biden wins, we'll get us some Badacalf care. And I guess we'll try again in 4 years. If Donald Trump wins, we will be better off than if Joe Biden wins. But we will not be sore losers about this. We'll take the L. We will move on. And that'll be that. Laugh and giggle, boys and girls. It's going to be a wild ride no matter what happens. And I hope you guys are prepared for it. That's all I got for this afternoon. I'm going to put this one out immediately. Normally, it would be put out. It's currently 2:15 local time. Normally, this wouldn't go out until 5 p.m. But at 5 p.m., I'm going to record this interview with Mimicry, a left-wing personality that's really looking to discuss the election with me. And I would love to have two sides of this for you guys. So me and him's going to do a little interview, and I'll put that out for y'all. That's all I got for now, though. I will catch you guys later on this evening.